There's no question that we can get most of our nutrients from our food. Not all, but most. So isn't good food and lifestyle enough medicine to heal me? So that's a very good question. And it would make sense in a perfect world that this would be the case. The thing is, your body's been around for a lot of years, and the insults and the processes that have been going on inside of your body have been compounding one on top of another for a very long time. That's a lot of stuff to unwind, so to speak. So certain systems may not be working so well anymore. Some places may have been downright damaged. Certain areas are out of balance and some areas are inflamed. There may be a lot of turning around to do. So think about building a house and then remodeling it. It took time and effort to build that house. And if you want to remodel it, there are going to be some areas that are going to require, in addition to just the power of your hands and your body, the addition of power tools to truly most effectively and efficiently get the job done. You could do the whole thing with just your hands and hand tools, but the power tools, they add so much. And it's the same thing with your body. It's possible to get the job done, to turn around many of the destructive processes and imbalanced systems with a very targeted and careful food plan, likely over a considerable amount of time. But the average person we work with usually wants to start feeling better within a few weeks or months at the most, and may not actually have the patience to wait years for their processes to turn around. And if you're like most people we've worked with, supplementation with targeted nutrients and nutraceuticals can get your body what it needs to heal right away so that you can start having results right away. The good news is that there's a lot of science behind the basics of healing your body by allowing natural substances to be made available to help your body with the natural processes of healing. Some people say that a lot of what is used from nature, meaning vitamins, minerals, herbs, and other natural compounds, haven't been studied. The truth is that if you were to Google anything that we're talking about during this program, or to check on the studies on any of the supplementation that we're recommending, you're going to find a plethora of well-done studies supporting the benefits of these compounds. Sometimes we just need the power tools to get the job done. So this is why we've recommended certain supplements and nutraceuticals for you to use to help your body get the jobs done. We basically split your supplement recommendations into 3 different sets. For the first month, and maybe longer if your provider recommends it, you're going to take certain supplements that are targeted specifically at repairing and rebalancing your gut. After that, typically weeks 4 through 8 of your program, you're going to take a second set of supplements, which is meant to support gentle detoxification of all the toxins you've been collecting for all of these years. And then there's a third set of supplements that's going to span the entire program and likely beyond it. This last set is for maintenance of the necessary nutrients for your body. For gut repair, there are a few basic things that can be incredibly helpful. Remember the 5 R's of gut repair: remove, replace, reinoculate, repair, and rebalance? So let's talk about how the supplements will help us with this. First, remove. You're removing lots of things from your diet that can potentially cause trouble for your gut. That's the first thing. You're removing foods that are potentially allergenic or toxic or cause inflammation. You're removing foods that can cause a leaky gut. You're removing potential irritants like alcohol and caffeine and processed foods. But another part of the remove might be that there's some imbalance in your gut, maybe an overgrowth of a troublemaker bacteria or a yeast or parasite. In your gut repair supplements, we include some herbs that can help to remove those things that are not in balance. And if you know that your gut is out of balance and you want to bump up the strength of the herbs and the other compounds that can target the bad stuff, please look in the accompanying written materials for guidance and consider discussing these additional supplements with your medical provider. The next R is replace. This means that we want to add back anything that will help with good digestion or anything that might be lacking. Some people need to add digestive enzymes because when the gut has been stressed digest, often we stop or slow down the production of all the good digestive enzymes that we need, including stomach acid, pancreatic enzymes, and even bile. We also want to replace vital nutrients that can be missing or low due to digestive irregularities. For example, many people who have gut issues are not absorbing some of their important B vitamins, which can affect mood, energy, or sleep. So therefore, the supplements you're taking include the replacement of vital nutrients, minerals, and vitamins that might not be getting absorbed. The third R is reinoculate. Lots of people are missing a healthy microbiome. It's usually the result of medications like antibiotics, steroids, birth control pills, and other medications, and can also be a direct effect of how you were born or what you were exposed to in your early life. That's what probiotics are for. They help to replace that good bacteria, to help get everything in balance. A good balance of good bacteria in your gut helps just about everything else in your body. It helps your digestion, your immune system, your levels of inflammation, and even your brain chemicals and hormones. A healthy microbiome is essential to ongoing good health. There are different kinds of bacteria, so it can get a little bit complicated. I look for supplements that have a high count of multiple strains of good bacteria. Then I mix it up a bit with different brands and combinations so that we know that you're getting everything you need. After this program, when you start buying a probiotic for yourself, we recommend that you look for something that's either refrigerated or says that it is shelf stable. Because if you just pick up a probiotic off the shelf at room temperature and it doesn't say it's shelf stable, you can only wonder how many of those little live bacteria are still alive by the time you actually get them home. Also, we recommend a probiotic that has no dairy, as many do. That's because many people have sensitivities or intolerances to dairy. Okay, the fourth R is repair. We've been talking about leaky gut and also about inflammation. There's lots of information in your written resources about all of this. Targeted nutrients like glutamine can really help the gut wall to repair itself. Also, zinc, quercetin, and other compounds help the gut to heal. So that's why we use certain targeted supplements in your gut repair. And then the fifth R, rebalance, means doing what you need to do to keep things in balance. And we'll be talking a lot about that in detail toward the end of your program. And what about detoxification? I'll get into detoxification in greater detail just as we enter that phase in your fourth or your fifth week. But I want to talk a little bit now about the supplementations that we recommend support and enhance your detoxification pathways. Your body has a very complex system that finds and removes toxins from your body. There's several different pathways of detoxification, and each pathway requires different enzymes and different nutrients. Some of this is determined by our genetic makeup. Some is dependent on very specific nutrients. If some of these detoxification pathways don't work well or aren't supported, it can lead to any of the many problems that can go along with a body that's full of toxins, like degenerative disorders and inflammatory disorders, autoimmune disorders, and cancer. A toxic load in the body can also cause fatigue. It can cause weight gain, brain fog, pain, sluggishness, headaches, many other symptoms. Your genes determine how well your body is able to detoxify different classes of toxins. Whether or not you have the right nutrients to support your detoxification pathways also has a major effect on how and whether you're able to get rid of all your different kinds of toxins. The best way to keep your body from being harmed by toxins is to learn how to avoid them. Since toxins are everywhere these days in our air, our water, our food, clothing, household cleaners, many other places, it's impossible to completely avoid them. So one thing that we do in this course is to teach you how to identify and avoid the worst of the toxins that are out there. And we're also working to catch up with all the toxins that have already accumulated in our bodies that are likely to cause problems. I remember as a kid in New York, there was a fog truck that went around our neighborhood about 3 evenings every week during the spring and summer, and it sprayed a really big fog of pesticides, to kill the mosquitoes. And this was years before we knew that DDT and other pesticides were terrible for us. For years, many times every summer, my friends and I would chase down this fog truck. We'd chase it down the street and we'd play in the fog. And we'd chase it down the street until we couldn't keep up with the truck anymore. And it was so much fun. And I really believe that I am still paying for some of that fun with some of the health issues that have come up for me over my lifetime. So we can process some toxins quickly, and others, like DDT, stick around for a long time. Heavy metals, for example, also can stay around in your tissues for a really long time. It's frightening to see how many of my patients carry a burden of lead and mercury and cadmium and other very toxic and dangerous metals. So, during the detoxification portion of this course, we're stepping up the supplements that support our different detoxification pathways. We're doing it right so that you are getting the toxins out in a balanced and in a safe way. And I'll go into more detail about our different detoxification pathways and the stages of detoxification when we get there, because it's really important. Just know that the supplements that you'll be taking will help your body to dig deeper to more efficiently and effectively remove those toxins. I hope this little talk helps you understand why we recommend supplements in general, and also why we've recommended certain supplements for your program. Again, I'll go into more detail later on in your program regarding ongoing maintenance supplementation, but for now, let's leave it here, and I'll see you soon.